Nigerian Army, go and use your drones, go and use your helicopters. You have to be careful.
And finally, ahead of the expected resumption of negotiation between the federal government and the organized labor on the new minimum wage, the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, is meeting to brainstorm on a new living wage that will be commensurate with the prevailing cost of living. This is as the NLC has vowed not to be deterred by the recent assaults on workers and their leaders in Imo States. The NLC, Joe Ajero, who was represented by the Deputy President, Benjamin Anthony, made this known at the opening session of the NLC 2023 Hamatan School in Abuja. Commensurate new minimum wage, living wage, commensurate with what we have on ground now, Jide.
Oh. Whatever will be
commensurate, we are looking at
whatever will match the current
the inflation rate.
We don't even know where we are going. Maybe by early next year, in terms of cost of living, things could be worse than this. You know, when Yemi Adefarakon and Victoria Ajayi, who are in charge of our finances here, when they projected that the Naira, they did their budget on a projection that the Naira will get to 1,000. We thought they were fools. Because at the time they were projecting that the Naira will get to 1,000, officially, on the official market, it was still around 420, 440 and all that.
Direct climbing.
And then 700s in the black market, 700, 750. It had not exceeded that. We never knew that the decision of the president to work towards a convergence of those rates will now lead us to beyond 1,000. So we were like, this is too ambitious.
Hold your thoughts a little bit, and we'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
It's like every other year, my wife wants to paint, and her own kind of budget just makes me want to faint. 50 buckets of paint? Make it make sense. I'm only dropping cheddar if it's using Santex.
Santex? Yes, Santex. The amazing durability is more than mere text. Rich quality paint within your budget. So make the smart choice. Paint with Santex. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with a smart choice. Santex paint. Santex paint. Smart choice.
Paint your dreams on the walls of your reality. Buy Santex paint products from October to December 2023 and win amazing prizes. Offers available at authorized Santex paint stores across Nigeria. Santex paint, the smart choice.
See trouble. So today, I said I should treat myself as salary just enter. I ordered my food and was looking forward to demolishing all the orishi.
Baby, before serving, are they run?
Oh yeah, time to pay rich now.
Who do you never pay for?
Now here my card begin acting. Hey.
You know what?
You know what? Okay. After debiting me, it's like this one wants to find my trouble. Say premium dragging. Oh, because this card did not work.
Save yourself the embarrassment. Get a card that works with MoneyPoint's personal banking. Download the app, request for a card and have it delivered to you in 48 hours. Experience banking on point because your money no go hang.
Thank you for staying with us. Jide, what are we going to have in commensurate with?
That's what I'm saying. At this stage, the cost of living in January and February could be worse than what we have now. In fact, unless something drastic happens, it would be worse. So, I don't know the minimum wage that anybody can pay that will actually be a living wage, unless it's in the region of 200,000. Because people have families, they have to pay the school fees. pay the school fees of their children, be able to pay for accommodation. These are the things that you need to make available. If you can't provide a living wage that ensures that people can pay their bills, send their children to good schools, not great schools, good enough schools, and be able to feed them, to eat now, even to eat moderately now, you need a minimum of 2,000 to eat moderately. And you see the protein that they will put to be this tiny. People who have children in schools now who have to pay for their feeding, they know what they are going through. Because things are costly, you know. So I just think that, look, this process, the negotiation could drag on beyond the April 1 deadline that the government has set for itself, because these talks are not going to be easy at all. And I'm sure that Labour will bring their big guns, as the Americans always say. They will bring their big guns to the negotiation table to try and get the best that they can get for our people, because things are way, way, way too expensive at this time. Huh?
And if Jide is predicting that things will get tougher by next year, early next year, that means the NLC will be asking for the range of the amount is talking about.
You've already asked for 200,000.
Usually, the NLC doesn't think about the state of the economy before making its demands. You know, NLC just say, give us this and give us that. But if you look at what the optics are, the inflation rate keeps increasing. You understand? It keeps increasing.
And our local government pay that.
The truth is, we have to
pay that.
Even this current minimum wage, as low as it is, some states are not paying. States that are not even viable economically. How much more what they are asking for? But the truth is that the workers deserve the best. What I would suggest is this: let us work with while government must, of course, tighten its belt to make sure that things, you know, at least things, the problems are de-escalated. But the thing is, what I think would happen, what should happen is, let us be very, very realistic. Let us set a realistic minimum wage. That's one. While we are doing that, let the rollout of the palliatives continue. You know, the CNG buses, you know, if you flood, let's intensify actions on things like that. If you have CNG buses, for example, the cost of transportation, you know, will reduce. So, you know that, okay, even when the desirable is not available, the available becomes desirable. So, those are the things. Sometimes we can still give wage awards, you know, all of those things that can at least make life a little bit easy for the people. But 200,000 naira minimum wage, it's not realistic. It's as desirable as it is. Nigeria doesn't just have the money.
There's no way.
And many states in this country,
they won't pay.
Even the private sector.
Even the private sector too can't pay. That's why I was suggesting on Sunday that law should be amended. See, what works in one state may not necessarily work in another state.
Yep.
If I was living in Zamfara, for example,
the cost of living,
or Yobe, look, I will survive on a minimum wage that is way lower than that of Lagos.
Yeah.
I mean, I will survive on a minimum wage that is relatively okay. But in Lagos, I will struggle. In Port Harcourt, I will struggle. In Abuja, I will struggle. So the point that I'm making is that in some of those states, food is cheap, because food inflation is the biggest driver of inflation in our country, inflationary trend in our country. So what people want to eat is what we need to address. And that's why we've been saying that a lot of these governors, they are not doing enough by way of distributing palliatives to people. We've seen Yobe do it. They took soldiers to an area that Boko Haram occupied for 3 years. They went there to give food to people. And we all saw them. It was hand-to-hand distribution. We showed it yesterday. The people put it on their heads, even women put it on their shoulders. They were going home. It's not a case of you are dumping it on the so-called community leader who is so selfish that it's only people of his party that or his friends are close.
Giving one dirika of rice to
or tell people to share a bag of rice. No, young people. I said there's a video of a girl that's not up to 80 years struggling to carry
our own.
Yes, struggling to carry a 20 kg bag of rice. We know what rice is in our country today. Some governors are doing it, others are not doing it. We will never be able to pay what is the true living wage to the to people in the public service. But we must be seen to be doing our best to alleviate the suffering in other areas, either in the area of transportation, because transportation guzzles people's money.
Yeah, accommodation.
You know, transportation
now, landlords now, they've gone berserk.
Or the food support. Food support, government has set aside money for it. Why are you not distributing relief or food items to people? Why are you not doing that? How do you show leadership without empathy? If you don't have empathy, you can't be a good leader. You must be able to respond to the sufferings of your people. And that's what differentiates some of these governors from others. I was asking the governor of Yobe, I said, what are you people doing as governors to make sure that our people get these palliatives? Some of you are doing well, others are not doing anything. What are you? Is it that you don't talk to yourselves? I asked him, he parried the question.
White elephant projects.
I mean, because clearly, you know, I was like, this man didn't answer my question. I asked it the second time.
He's a politician now.
So I gave up. I could see.
But he's doing his own.
He's doing his own. Anyway, he's not responsible for that state.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. It's not, yes.
We can talk about him, we can talk about Jobe, we can talk about Meduguri.
He didn't want to distract him.
Just want to focus on he's doing it. But no, he's doing it. But how many more governors can we talk about who are doing it transparently?
I'm telling you.
Who are doing it transparently, and money has been voted for it.
Yeah.
In fact, the money voted for it is not enough.
It's not enough.
Like this December now, what will make people happy is for them to see, okay, this thing is rolled out. Let people even get something that they can be happy with their government.
That you do that kind of thing you did in Yobe yesterday in Southwest.
Many times,
man,
many times, Labour focuses on federal.
Very happy.
It just one village.
Yes, they'll be very happy.
Labour focuses only on federal.
Local government chairman.
That is
are they monitoring the state government? Are they monitoring the way they are running out the palliatives?
Some of them are even being used. They are being used for political ends. They call themselves labor leaders. It's only politics that you are playing. You have a governor who has not distributed palliative even once in your state. You are not rising up as labor in that state to say, why now? Why have you not done this? You are not challenging. You are not even doing interviews to say what is happening. There are states that a governor has not been recorded to be sharing palliatives, and nobody is challenging them.
I want to thank you for that. Thank you for your contribution. BQ.
Thanks.
May Nigeria be good?
Yes, sir. Apologies to
that's our wish.
And that's our package today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program.